Okie dokie. Let's start this Pokemon journey. I cut out the cutscene at the beginning because I hear if there's a problem with Nintendo and copyright laws when it comes to cutscenes. So I'm trying to skip as much of that as possible, but I feel like the game has started now, so we need to start. Basically, so this is my first ever Pokemon series on YouTube. I'm going to be calling it a Pokemon Egglocke. And what I've done with my Twitch account is I got a bunch of my viewers over there to breed me Pokemon. Now, they could have been good Pokemon or bad Pokemon or just whatever. As long as it can fit into an egg, that's all that was the stipulation. Now, I'm assuming that because I have the most wonderful Twitch viewers on the planet, I probably have a bunch of Magikarps. However, I hope that this goes better than I think it's going to. So, step one, I'm going to go pick a starter. It's not going to matter which Pokemon I pick at the beginning of the game because I'm not going to use them. What's going to happen is I'm going to get the starter. I'm going to go through this beginning stuff. And then I'm going to pick at random some... just the first egg, actually. Just the first egg from my Pokemon Sword file that's on my other Switch. So basically, it should be pretty smooth sailing. I have Pokemon Sword on this Switch, and I'm going to transfer over eggs. It's going to be fun. Basically, I have no idea what I'm going to get. So that's the fun part, in my opinion. It's going to be a surprise. And then based on what we hatch, I will either be successful or not be successful on completing the game. So I don't know, anything could happen. It's going to be cute. Now, basically everyone's probably seen the beginning of this game significant number of times, so I might fast forward it. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it yet, but I do want to release episodes of this Egglocke regularly, so probably once a week or something, depending on people's interest. So we're gonna follow Nuzlocke rules. Nuzlocke rules, we're gonna catch one Pokemon in each route. So what I'm gonna do with this, I'm still gonna do that. So we're gonna go and we're gonna catch the first Pokemon. Let's just say Wooloo is our first Pokemon at level 4. I'm going to trade over a Pokemon egg from my sword file, and then with that I will have a singular Pokemon to hatch. I'm going to hatch that Pokemon, and then it's going to get trained up to the same level as the Pokemon. So for example, if it's a level 4 Wooloo, we'll train up that Pokemon to level 4, just so that way we're not running with a bunch of level 1 Pokemon. Otherwise we'd probably just die. And you're like, die? I'm like, yes. So in a scenario where Pokemon faints in a Nuzlocke, you have to either put it in a box called the graveyard or release it. I'm not really keen on the idea of releasing it. A bunch of people went out of their way to make these Pokemon for me, so I kind of feel like they're a little bit special to me, and I'm not gonna just release them. I can't bring myself to do it. I won't. I'm not reading through this storyline. Basically, I think everyone that's watching this has probably already done it, so I'm not super concerned. I just want to get to the point where I can start hatching an egg, and then following up with more eggs, ideally. Since starting this, I've actually come up with a bunch of ideas on how to make it better for next time, so I'm excited. We've learned some tricks and stuff. Some viewers decided that they would use the marking system to mark the Pokemon that they give me. So basically I would be able to know when I hatch the Pokemon whose Pokemon it hatched. Well, right now basically what's going to happen is I'm going to post the video, people are going to watch it, and they're going to be like, oh, that was my Pokemon, maybe, and they're going to be excited and surprised just like me, and that's going to be super fun. But I don't know if that's the best way to do it. The drawback is that I can't give these Pokemon nicknames reasonably based on what the person might have thought of for the Pokemon. So there's not really a way to do it effectively. As you can see right now, there's stuff above me, and those things above me is where I'm going to put Sorry, what? No, that's where I'm gonna put gifs of the Pokemon that I'm using. It's gonna be lots of fun. Actually, and you know what's cool is that the DLC, when it eventually comes out, is going to make it even more interesting. And there was recently the Pokemon Home came out, so that gives me new options for next time too. I'm actually super excited for the second one. I feel like we're jumping a bit of ahead of myself here when I decide, you know, Score Bunny's the best. When I decide about a second one. If you are a person that's on YouTube watching this for the very first time and you've never seen me on Twitch, make sure that if you want to be part of the second one that you go to my Twitch account. The link for that will be in the description below, and basically you can start thinking of ideas for the future Egglocks. I'm not sure if we're going to do a back-to-back Egglocks. I do have some other ideas. I've seen some other super creative challenges for Pokemon, like type locks, where at the end of each badge there was like a spinning wheel. They spin the wheel, and whichever type it hits you have to remove from your party and you can't use for the remaining of the game. I've seen other things like the sleep lock is a really fun challenge, but today is just a plain Jane regular old Nuzlocke. But it's occurred to me that some of you guys might not know all the rules to the Nuzlocke. Well, I will put a link to the Bulbapedia website that will have all the rules, but the main ones that you really need to know for right now is you only catch one Pokemon per route. If the Pokemon faints or flees, you don't get a Pokemon from that area, so I wouldn't be able to trade a Pokemon in. And in a scenario where a Pokemon in the playthrough faints, faints, you can't use it anymore. Those are the basic rules. If for some reason we run into a shiny, which I love shinies and I do shiny reactions on Twitch 3 days a week, you're allowed to catch it in the Nuzlocke rules. Standard Pokemon, or like Pokemon that are static in the overworld, they can be caught too. Typically I'm going to try to avoid it unless if things happen like we get like almost TPK'd. Now another concern that I have for the Egglocke is that there's gonna be times when I am in the wilds area. The wild area is a little bit tricky because there's so many different spots. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a spreadsheet and I'm gonna keep track with this with the spreadsheet. That'll probably make a lot of sense. And then that way we'll know for a fact which area I've caught Pokemon from and which ones I haven't. And that seems like lots of fun. A cool way to update everything that's going on. So we're going to beat Hop. I feel like Hop is just How, and whatever, it's fine. I disliked both of these. Let's call them rivals. I really don't think Hop's your rival. Like, I think Leon is your rival in this game, where this guy is more like I don't know, kind of like a sad friend, just a guy that's kind of going through with you. But I do think a lot of the things that were done in this game, like this scene right here where it says, did you already know about type advantages, is really cool. It's a great way to introduce new Pokemon players to the battling system, and it's like, oh cool. I think that this Pokemon having, or this person picking the type that's weaker to you, is a really good way to start you off, right? Like and then Leon picking whichever one is strong against you is really neat, because then it indicates to you like there's people that are going to be stronger than you and weaker than you, and that's just good writing in terms of video game writing, in my opinion. So I think that's super cool. Also, I wish I had shorts like Leon's. Is that weird? I hope not. So a little bit more about me while we're just getting through the beginning of this game. I've been a content creator on Twitch for a few years now, fairly seriously. I stream between 30 and 40 hours a week typically, and I'm dabbling on YouTube. A lot of my shiny reactions is already on YouTube, and I feel like we're doing pretty good. We got like 140 YouTube subscribers, and yeah, that's not bad. I have over 4,000 Twitch followers, which is the equivalent. It's like a non-paid way of knowing when people go live or whatever, right? So it's I feel like we're making progress on this content creation front. I've been doing lots of learning, and this year, 2020, is going to be my year. I've been working on a lot of things on myself, on my content, and even on my personality. We've done a lot of physical activity over the last couple of years. We've lost 60 pounds, 70 pounds actually. And that's just what I've been working on. I've also been working on being more positive. Because a lot of people in this world are super negative, and I think that it's lots of fun to be positive even in the worst of times. It's so easy to let little things get to you that it's too easy. So I've been focusing on being positive. I don't want to get too much into that, but if you have questions or like you want to be surrounded by a positive person, make sure you stop by my Twitch channel. If you guys can think of other fun challenge modes that you might think would be interesting for YouTube playthrough, let me know, because I'm definitely I think that's the direction that I want to take my YouTube channel in, is doing challenge modes on YouTube, because I find playthroughs and stuff like that don't go so great with my Twitch channel. Whenever I do stuff that's like episodic or something, depending on if the viewers, I like saying people instead of viewers because I think it's better, because you know they are people. But yeah, if people miss an episode, let's just say you stream 6 hours of an RPG like Pokemon, and they miss out, they're like, well, I don't really know what happened last time, so they're not super motivated to continue watching. But people will jump in and out of shiny hunting all night while we're streaming. So I do like to do like shiny hunting and battling and stuff like that on when I stream Pokemon. I'm not exclusive Pokemon content creator. I used to be, but I like to branch out a little bit. So right now I've been doing other stuff other than just Pokemon, but Pokemon is my main game. I've been doing stuff like Zelda and Mario. So it's Zelda. I've been doing stuff like randomizers. I used to do speed runs. When it comes to Mario, I really liked Mario Maker. I did lots of viewer levels, and I loved seeing what people could come up with creatively for that. But to be honest, Mario hasn't been too big of a game that I've been playing on my channel. I've been loving all kinds of Nintendo games. That's why I brand myself as a Nintendo content creator, because I kind of focus on that stuff. There have been times recently where I've done games that were not Nintendo. Actually a couple days ago we got Mega Man Zero that came out. I bought it on the Switch, and it was originally for the Game Boy Advance, so I kind of feel like it was okay if I were to play it on my Nintendo branded Twitch channel. I feel like it's close enough. It's kind of like cheating. What do you guys think? Is it bad? Was it cheating, or was it like within my wheelhouse, do you think? I don't know, it depends. Some games that are coming out from Nintendo that I'm really excited for is Animal Crossing. Oh my gosh, that little life simulator, so cute. I'm super excited. Not as excited as my girlfriend Miss Aries. I've been in a long relationship with this girl I've been with for 8 years, almost 9 in November. It's a legendary. Shield doggo, so cool looking. I won't lie. I actually like it like this better than I do than when it's holding the shield, but it's fine. Whatever. All good. So yeah, Miss Arias is an avid Animal Crossing player. She'll basically sit there and play Animal Crossing for hours. Like no jokes. I think a few days ago she played Animal Crossing for like 6 hours. I guess it's just a really chill game to play while you're doing other things like watching Netflix or Disney Plus, I guess. But yeah, no, she's obsessed. She has almost everything in the museum that you can get in that game, and she's so excited. Less than a month, I think. So 2 days. As the time of recording this, it's like 22 days left until Animal Crossing. Oh man, I'm super excited. If you guys are excited, let me know. That's probably going to be something I do on my channel. So I mentioned a couple times my Twitch channel. Now for people that might be like, yo Aries, when can I watch you on Twitch? Okay, no one probably said that, but I'm going to pretend you did, so that way I can shameless plug here. What whatever, my bad. Basically, I do evening streams 5:30 p.m. Eastern till 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and then so that's 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I do morning streams, usually more related to those other games I talked about. The evening streams are almost exclusively Pokemon. Morning streams is more of my variety stuff. I find it keeps me sane to do it that way. I get to play games that I want no matter what, and it's lots of fun. Yo, Charizard. Guys, I need to know, do you guys like Charizard? I'll tell you the truth. Charizard is my favorite Pokemon. What is your favorite Pokemon? Feel free to answer in the chat below. But yeah, so I told you guys a lot about myself. If there's anybody that's like, you know, feeling like they're keen on some video games that are coming out or something, make sure you let me know. I'm interested. I'm here to make friends on YouTube and Twitch, and I would love to have more friends. You can never have too many friends. A lot of people are like, yo, Arius, have you ever met a fan? And I'm like, nope. And they're like, what do you mean no? I'm like, well, I went to visit my online streamer friends over the a couple spots in the US, to Boston, to Indianapolis. I've met up some people from Toronto, which is, I live in Ontario, so that's the closest place to me. And I don't call them fans, I call them friends. I don't like to call them followers, I like to call them friends. It's just who I am. So that's enough small talk for me. I'm going to go ahead and catch my very first Pokemon, I think. So technically we're gonna have to hatch 2 eggs shortly, and that's gonna be lots of fun. This game's really neat because if you go over here and catch a Pokemon, okay, so if you didn't talk to your mom before coming this way, you wouldn't have money or a Pokeball, so you wouldn't be able to do it. But because I did that, I have Pokeballs early, and one of the neat things is that if you do this, the game knows that you're smart enough to catch Pokemon, and it means you don't have to watch the catching tutorial later, which is really cool, in my opinion. Like super hecking cool. All right, do we get this guy? Come on, I can't. If I attack it again, it's gonna die, so I'm just hoping we catch it in the first ball. Bam, got it. Easy peasy, easy peasy. So we got Rookity and Scorbunny. Scorbunny's the best starter in this game, in my opinion. If your team Grookey or who's the other guy? Sobble. If your team Sobble or Grookey, let me know. You're allowed to be wrong. People are allowed to have their own opinions. I don't actually. One of the things that I'm working on this year, and I mentioned that I've been working on myself a lot this year so far, and I know it's only been like 57 days, 58 days, but I'm not interested in negativity, like I said, and I'm trying not to argue with people. I'm just kidding when I say your opinion's wrong. You can't have a wrong opinion. Can I trade yet? No, wait, why? No. So we got to keep going, and we will get to trade soon. I think he's gonna give us our trainer pass or whatever, like right now, and then I can do my first 2 eggs. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna edit it out though. You guys don't need it. I'm gonna like trade it in, and you can see the very first trade, and that's gonna be cool. But I'm going to edit out the training, and I might keep the hatching. I don't know, we'll see. It's an interesting concept. I've never made a YouTube video, like actual YouTube video with editing and planning and stuff like that before. It's always just been highlights from my Twitch channel, and I'm like kind of excited, kind of nervous. If I do stuff that's wrong, feel free to tell me. I don't mind. This is a learning experience for me, and the better people help me, the better I can do to make other people their viewer experience better. So I'm an easygoing dude when it comes to stuff like that. Sonya is a pretty cool character, I won't lie, and Yamper is one of the best Pokemon from Gen 8, so I always don't mind coming here in the playthrough starting. Like she's dope. Everyone's like, oh, team Sonya. I'm team Nessa, just for the record. That's all I'm gonna say about that. She just has such good Pokemon, that's all. Just good Pokemon. Yo, we got the Pokedex. Nice. All right, game can finally begin. Can we trade now? No. Soon. Let's go. Soon. Yo, creepy dude. What you doing? Actually, as the girl character was way creepier. This guy's like, hey girl. I'm like, yes, old creepy man. They're like, here's some balls. And I'm like, hey, thanks. Anyways, it was much creepier as a female character in the game, but fine. So basically this guy's gonna teach me about a Pokemon Center because it's my first time never. Just kidding. I've used Pokemon Center since I was like 10. I've actually been to a real life Pokemon Center. A few years ago, I went to Japan to get my 3D because I'm a world traveler, not because I wanted my 3DS hacked or modified so that way I can capture my 3DS Pokemon games. And so I'm actually working on something really fun with that right now. There's, if I can show you, really cool, is my Ocarina or my Legend of Zelda 3DS. It's actually modified. Can you zoom in? Thank you. It's modified on the back there so that way you can plug it into your computer and capture it. It's pretty cool. They're kind of like a hot ticket item right now because it's been a few months or so, maybe even a year, that the people that made them has stopped making them because of Japanese law and stuff. But I'm actually working on some stuff on my Twitch channel for that. There's a Nuzlocke going on. I'm going through Pokemon Crystal, and it's been we just got spanked in Pokemon Crystal, to be honest. Like, absolutely wrecked. We got only our starter left after Bugsby, the our boy Totodile evolved to Croconaw, and he's the only Pokemon that was remaining. So this is Route 2. Route 2 has the third Pokemon. It has the third Pokemon that we can catch. You're gonna let me skip this, right? Don't make me look like a liar. Oh, see, look, your mom gave you some Pokeballs. You give me some balls. Thank you. Okay. 20 Pokeballs. Yeah, we in there. All right. So it looks like we don't have to get taught. This is cool. So this is Route 2, which means this is gonna be our third Pokemon caught. So I'm pumped. I don't care which Pokemon we actually run into, if it's overworld or not overworld. In my Twitch Nuzlocke of this game, what I did, I'm gonna catch Rickety anyways. Normally in a Nuzlocke, I wouldn't catch the same Pokemon. I would use the species clause. But in this game, we're gonna talk about the species clause in a bit because it might come up naturally, and I want to take it slow and natural. But yeah, so we got Route 1, we got a Rookity. Route 2, we got a Rookity. And I think after this section, we're gonna go to fight. I think we fight Hop again, and he gives us our Mega Bracelet. It's not a Mega Bracelet. Our Dynamax bracelet thing. But then I think we can finally trade, and then we're gonna have Pokemon on the screen. It's gonna be fun, or at least I think it's gonna be fun. Wait, was this our first Pokemon? Oh, we didn't catch a Pokemon earlier? I thought we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, now we have 2 Pokemon, Rookity and Rookity, level 4 and 6. Perfect. I was like really confused there. That screen misled me, but that's okay. We good. Do you guys like any of the new Pokemon? Like, for example, Yamper. I love Yamper. What about Squovert? I'm not a big fan of Squovert myself, but some people really enjoy Squovert. I've killed my fainted, sorry, whoa. I've fainted my fair number of Squoverts because they give speed individual values. I think it's speed. And I kind of do competitive battling online once in a while. Like I said earlier, I am a big fan. And when you do that, you need to have really good Pokemon. Otherwise, you're going to get your butt kicked. One of the things I've actually been doing and working like a really good job on, and I don't want to tell anybody because it's embarrassing, but I've actually trying to give up swearing. I used to swear all the time. I'd be like, what the? Oh, you can't hear that. My thing didn't work, I think. Did you hear it? My audio is a little bit wonky for this new YouTube setup. I'm hoping that it did a beep, but I'll double check that later. Ooh, look, an item. One of the questions that I got a lot on my Twitch account before I started this was like, yo, Aries, are you going to train a lot? And I told the people no, that my intention is to not overly train my Pokemon, because I think a big part of the Nuzlocke challenge is that it's challenging. A lot of my friends are like, yo, we trained for 3 hours. And I'm like, well, that's really boring. And I think on YouTube, it would be easier. Like, while making a YouTube video, I could do training easier because I could just edit that stuff out. Whereas on Twitch, when I'm live streaming, I find it really lame to be sitting there and training for any extended period of time. People are there for the action and like to see what's going on, not to watch you fight the same Pokemon over and over again. So I don't know. It seems like I would rather, I'd be more flexible anyways on YouTube, I think, but I'm probably not going to train too much. So if you keep an eye on those levels between episodes, you'll probably see that I don't train a whole lot off screen, but I will, like I said, make sure that the eggs that I hatch are the same level as the Pokemon I encounter in the route. So for this instance, whoa, Score Bunny, don't die. Because I'm getting all this experience and time spent with these Pokemon right now, I'm going to level up the eggs that I hatched to the same ones, the same levels as my Pokemon are right now, or at least when I start being able to trade them. So if I have a level 6 Rookity and a level 4 Rookity, and I get like, you know, a Pidgey, okay, Pidgey's not really an option, but if I get a Pokemon that's level 1, I'm going to level it up to level 6, like the second Rookity, and the Rookity will be, the other Pokemon that will take the place as Rookity level 7 will be level 7. And the Pokemon that takes Score Bunny's spot will be level 9. I'm really interested to see how this goes, because depending on the typing of Pokemon that we hatch, this could result really poorly in my favor. So I don't know. This could be done and over with in the next like hour or so, or it could be like long term. We beat the game, get the legendaries, and then wait for the expansions. I don't know. What do you guys think about expansions anyways in Pokemon? I know that there was a lot of people that they've had mixed opinions, because some people feel like they're hiding Pokemon behind a paywall, and they're like, we're not doing that. And yar, kinda. It's up to, like I said, I don't want to argue too much, but I am interested in hearing other people's opinions on the matter. If you have lots of friends, I think it's fine, because I'm sure one of them will buy the expansion. Or like if you know a Twitch streamer that streams Pokemon, could be anybody, he may or may not be willing to help you out, or have a really good community on Discord that is willing to trade and help people with their Pokedex and stuff. So feel free to join that. My link for Discord will be in the comments below. But we have a Discord of like 300 people, and that's pretty good. We have a reasonable number of people in Discord, and they're pretty active. It's lots of fun. So make sure to come check that out if you're interested. I'm really super social, by the way. I love hanging out with people in Discord. I love chatting with people. I wake up and the first thing I do is check like my Twitter and stuff. So that's lots of fun. All these social medias that I talk about, I'm gonna post in the description. The description, that's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be lots of fun. So feel free to check that out if you're interested. If you're not, I'm not your mom, so you don't have to listen to me. It's fine. Lol. Boom. All right, so let's talk to the professor, which, by the way, getting this long without talking to the professor is like unheard of in a Pokemon game. It's so weird. Most Pokemon games, like the first thing you do is talk to them, but in this game it was like bam, straight to the action, which I think was super fun. And like the mystery was set up really good. You saw that like dog legendary, and I guess because the advertisements, you already knew it was the legendary, but like I thought it was super cool the way they did that in this game. I have some more really cool questions that I'm sure people are just dying to answer. One of them is pre-playing the game. Were you on team wholesome or team let's call it team Twitter? A lot of people on Twitter were like harassing Game Freak, to the point where Game Freak actually canceled their launch event for Sword and Shield, and that's super sad. But afterwards it became the fastest selling Switch title ever, which, I mean, it's Pokemon. I was assuming that that's what would happen, but basically it wasn't so great for Game Freak employees. Lol. I'm actually a little bit disappointed in the Pokemon community in the way they acted pre-playing the game, because in my opinion, I loved this game. It was a refreshing change. It wasn't as different as, say, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were, and it really made for some really good Pokemon game. And I was fine with the reduced Pokedex. Not everyone was, but I was. And the fact that they're adding more Pokemon is kind of suspect to me, but I can save that for another day. I don't want to start arguments like I said. Here to make friends. It's way easier to make friends when you don't have controversial opinions. So, you know, gotta be nice. My Score Bunny is going to evolve before I can trade. This is going to be insane. This is absolutely crazy. Keep current Pokemon. Grookey. Okay, I want to, so if I didn't go with Score Bunny, I think Grookey would be my starter. But I guess since I've been like a fire starter since like the beginning, all the way back in Pokemon Red and Blue. Boomer. What? Nothing. Yeah, I'm old, I know. It's hard to go with anything that's not a fire Pokemon. Maybe because in most previous Pokemon games it was really challenging to get fire Pokemon, which isn't the case in this game so much, but it's like ingrained in me that I love fire Pokemon. That, and I've seen some really cool cosplays of Score Bunny, but I don't want to go in too much detail about that. I'll explain it to you when you're older. Kappa. Wait, am I allowed to say Kappa on YouTube? Oh no. I won't lie. The Twitch culture is so ingrained in me. So if you're gonna, you guys, if I didn't even talk about Twitch, you would know that I'm a Twitch streamer. Guaranteed. Because I'm like, I bleed purple. If I ever like cut myself shaving, it would actually be purple. I spend so much time on stream. Lol. All right. Beep boop 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 beep beep. No, you told yourself you wouldn't sing along to the music, but the music's so good in this game, isn't it? Like, I love the music in this game. What's your favorite starter? You guys love Grookey, Score Bunny, or Sobble? I always forget Sobble. It's like, to me, it's the least good one, but some people swear by it. They're like, it's the best one, and I'm like, I just don't know. A letter of endorsement. Yo, I think this means we can trade finally. So let's see. This is the beginning of our Pokemon journey. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this episode by trading these 3 Pokemon in, and I'm going to let you guys see the Pokemon before the end. Normally there's a big part of me that's like, yo, should we just leave you in suspense? And I feel like I should, but because there wasn't a whole lot that goes on in the first 45 minutes of Pokemon Sword and Shield, I think it's better to leave you with the exciting part, right? That's how I feel anyways. It's up to you guys what you think, but I think that rewarding you guys for watching all the way through this video is the right way to go about it. I don't know if some of you guys are watching Pokemon for the first time today with me. If you are, let me know, and in the future episodes I'll stop going through the words so fast. But I feel like most people know, right? This is kind of a challenge mode, not like a let's play. So for me, I'm like, I just kind of want to spam like beep 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 the buttons to get through all this chit chat. I know that I can make more content in less time if I speed up the chat or the game text, and I will. I just thought of that right now, but I'm gonna leave on a battle animations because I think it's lots of fun. I like seeing them, like the big flames and like the lightning bolts, and I don't know. That's just how I am. I'm yo, a mega bracelet. It's not a mega bracelet. Gosh, Aries, quit it. How lucky was that? Imagine getting free stuff at the beginning of your Pokemon journey. All right, let's go. Is it we got Wycom? Yo, we got Wycom. Let's go. I'm going to right now, through the power of video editing, I'm going to trade my Pokemon over right now, and then I'll be back in just a second. Okie dokie. Oh, look. Okay, after a significant amount of time, our Pokemon is about to hatch. This is the very first Pokemon, and we'll be replacing our starting Pokemon. Let's go. What's it going to be? I'm really excited. What is it? What? It's shiny. What? There's no way. This is what? There's got to be hacked. What? Oh my god. I actually don't have a single idea how that could have possibly happened. There's no how is there a shiny Pokemon in my very first egg? Okay, so our very first Pokemon. How did this even happen? How did this happen? A shiny Drifloon is replacing our starter. Wow. Just wow. Okay, and we're back. The second Pokemon is hatching. Let's see who it could be. Second Pokemon, let's go. Okay, I'm very excited. Although, could it be any cooler than the other one? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Yo, I'm Minchino. I actually think I know who gave me this Pokemon. I think I know. I think I know. I think I do. All right, so Minchino needs to go to level 9. I'll be back with a level 9 Minchino in just a minute. Oh, okay, cool. Whoa, 1 second. Okay, cool, we're ready to go. Let's get our third and final Pokemon. Who is it gonna be? Bum, 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 bum. Let's get someone cool. Beep boop beep boop beep booty bop boo. Oh, Mimikyu. Very cool. That's really cool. Super cool. Amazing, actually. And the reasons why it's cool is because this is the first time I've ever used Mimikyu in a Pokemon game. I've never used... Yo, actually, all three of these Pokemon, Mimikyu, Minchino, and Drifloon, are all Pokemon that I don't think I've ever used in my entire life ever before. I don't feel great about the fact that we have 2 ghost Pokemon on the team. That's not spectacular, but overall, that's okay. We're gonna get more Pokemon, right? That's fine. Guys, this is gonna be the end of my episode today, so thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for episode 2. Have a good one. 2. Have a great day and happy hunting or something. I don't know.